Listen up, if you're having a hard time landing your dream job offer, or if you're stuck in your career, there's one thing that could change everything for you. And based on the title of this video, you probably have already guessed what that one thing is: networking. In this video, I'm sharing 5 simple networking tips that you can do right now using the world's largest professional online networking resource, LinkedIn. The steps I'm about to share with you will work for you whether you have 50 connections or over 10,000 connections. If we've never met before, I'm Heather Austin from ProfessorAustin.com, and on this channel, I teach professionals just like you how to build your personal brand so that you can land your dream job and grow in a field you love. So if you're new to my channel, make sure you smash that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to hit the bell notification down below so that you're notified when I publish a new video or host a live training every week. And if you're new to LinkedIn and you're wondering how to use the intricacies of the platform, make sure you save your seat for my free LinkedIn mini course where you'll learn how to build a powerful profile that stands out and gets noticed. I'll place a special link for you down below. If you're a job seeker, networking needs to be your #1 priority. In fact, 80% of new hires are found through networking, and most of those positions don't even get posted anyway. No matter where you are in your career, from just starting out to 20 years in the workforce, you need to be networking if you're serious about getting a new job. And what better way to do this than on LinkedIn? Get ready to take notes and let's jump straight into the training. Connect with people you know on LinkedIn. Now we're going to talk in a second about connecting with people you don't know, but this step is focusing specifically on people you know. Okay, so this is family members, this is friends, this is colleagues, bosses, previous bosses, coworkers, anyone that you can think of, you are going to be connecting with them on LinkedIn. I want to share with you a couple of slides about why LinkedIn is so important. Number 1, it gives you communities. Okay. Number 2, groups. So again, this is where you can network with other people that do what you do, alumni. So if you went to high school, college, graduate school, medical school, law school, whatever that might be, trade school, community college, your people are probably on LinkedIn. Start reaching out to them now. Resources. If you have not taken advantage of the resources on LinkedIn, like the learning resources, definitely jump in and start doing that. LinkedIn provides a vast network of all of these things. So again, you want to make sure you're using this wisely. And again, I mentioned before, connect with everyone you know. So these are people that you've met in person, or maybe it's, someone you went to school with, whoever that is, make sure you're connecting on LinkedIn. Step number 3, on the other hand, meet new people. Okay, so these are people, they could be friends of your friends. They could be family members of your family members, just on a different side. They could be people that went to the same school as you, but that you didn't know while you were in school. They could be people that worked for companies, people that work for companies that you want to work for, that are in positions that you want to work for. The list goes on and on and on. Now, what I want to make a note here, because I know we talk about this a lot on the channel and in any tutorial that I give you guys, when you're meeting new people on LinkedIn, and this goes for your family members too, and friends and people you know, you want to make sure you are personalizing your connection requests to them. I sound like a broken record because I say this in almost every time I talk about LinkedIn, is personalize your connection requests. And I'm going to show you 2 ways that you can meet new people on LinkedIn. And there's so many other ways, but these are two main ways right now that I want to mention. Here's a screenshot of my LinkedIn page. Let's say I'm a product manager. All I've done here at the very top of LinkedIn is I'm searching product manager, and I'm searching in people. Now, here's the cool thing. LinkedIn is giving me, what is that number? I have to put my glasses on to see. 13 million results. Okay, LinkedIn is giving me 13 million results of all the people that I could possibly connect with that are product managers. Okay, we don't want to connect with all those 13 million people. In fact, LinkedIn wouldn't let you. So we're going to go into the all filters section, and we're going to start filtering it down. This is another screenshot of all the filters that you could possibly use we can filter it down, and I just circled a couple of these for you to keep in mind. Of course, you have your first, second, third degree connections that you can filter by. You can filter by location. So again, if you're looking for a position that's in a specific area, I highly recommend narrowing down on that place. You could even, filter by the current company that the person works with. You could filter by schools that the person went to. Like, there are a vast amount of filters that you can apply to your search. We don't want to be looking at 13 million profiles. Okay. We want to get down to like maybe 10, 20 of the top profiles that are showing up for us and start networking with those people. Now, that's the first way. The second way you can use your networking for new people is you can go to a company's LinkedIn page that you want to work with, okay, or work for, and just go to their people section, and you'll get to see all the people that work there. Now, this is really enlightening because you'll be able to see, who am I already connected with that works for this company, okay? And this is, again, where I'm going to share another template with you guys in just a minute, where you can reach out to this person and say, hey, I'm looking for a new opportunity, yada, yada, yada. And I'll give you a word-for-word template that you can use in just a minute here. So again, we're going to look at people. You can start connecting with hiring officials that work for the company, recruiters, whoever, maybe even someone that has a job title that you want to have, or maybe someone that's in a position that you aspire to be in. So there's so many different ways that you can approach connecting with new people on LinkedIn. And of course, make sure you do the custom connection request. I know in my videos before, I've provided a template for that. So you might have to go back and sort through some of those to get that template. But, and today we're going to share new templates. Tell me in the chat, what one company do you want to connect with? And while you're typing that in, I'm going to jump into step number 4. Okay, we've connected with all the people we know. We've connected with people we don't know. Now we need to engage with them. So we're not just going to connect with them and say, oh, okay, like, I'll talk to you again in a couple of years, right? We are going to be engaging with our network. So I'm going to share with you guys some actionable steps right now that you can take to engage with your network. One of the very first things we're going to do, send personal messages. So you've connected with people here and there. And again, I'm going to share a template with you guys in a second. We're going to kind of like stay up to date with what's happening with that person. How are they doing? How, if you had a conversation with them about maybe a new tea that they're trying, or maybe they went on a cool hike or whatever, bring that up. Like, we're going to keep those messages going. And of course, we're not going to be like overbearing with those messages, right? But we want to send personal messages to them so that they know, hey, we're here. We're thinking about you. We just want to make sure that you know that we're here. The second thing we're going to do is compliment others on their accomplishments. There's nothing better than when you get a nice message. And of course, I know LinkedIn gives you, they give you a pre-formatted like, hey, congratulations, yada, yada, yada. Please don't use that and send it. Like, use it, but change it a little bit. Like, because then it's like you just click a button and the message pops through. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. Let me know in the chat if you do. Type yes if you do, or no if you don't. I'd love to know how much you guys use that feature in LinkedIn. But they allow you to quickly type like, LinkedIn will give you a message and says, hey, compliment John Doe on his promotion, or compliment John Doe on his work anniversary, or whatever. They give you an automatic message that you can use. Make sure you customize that. But again, we want to make sure that we're being kind, we're providing constructive feedback and ideas, and sharing with other people. The third thing, request informational interviews. Now, I don't know if you guys have never seen me before and you don't know my stories. Most of my promotions, my job advancements, my career opportunities have come because of informational interviews. If I never reached out to ask someone, hey, can you tell me more about that position? Can you tell me more about what you like? Can you tell me what can I be doing right now so that in 1 year I can work in this position, or in 3 months or 6 months? Most of my opportunities have come because of informational interviews. So always make sure you're reaching out and requesting those. And it doesn't have to be a super long interview. Just be like, and especially right now, hey, can we chat on Zoom for 10 minutes? I would love to know more about what you do. If you're placing them as an emphasis rather than what can you get out of it, most likely they are going to want to offer their time, and they'll be happy to talk about what it is that they do, how they got to where they are, and give you advice for how you can do the same thing. So again, I am such a proponent on informational interviews. Number 4 is interacting in the news feed. So you guys know that, you can make a post on LinkedIn, you can like other people's posts, you can comment on their posts, you can share their posts, you can comment and share your own posts, you can write articles, at least like a post, okay? Be going in, and these new people that you're connecting with, if they're active in the news feed, be active right back with them. Like, comment on what they're sharing, and don't just say that was great, tell them why you thought their post was great, or tell them why they inspire you. So there's so many cool things that you can do inside the newsfeed. And then finally, on this part, follow accounts. So again, these might be influential members on LinkedIn. It could be companies that you're following. But if you can follow and support other people's accounts on LinkedIn, this shows that you're a thought leader. This shows that you're active. This shows that you are engaged in your industry. So I want to know in the chat, I don't have a slide for this, but I would love to know in the chat, how, on a scale of 1 to 10, how active are you in the newsfeed? So 1, you're not that active. 10, meaning you're in the newsfeed every day on LinkedIn, you're commenting, you're interacting, you're sharing other people's content. Maybe you even write articles on LinkedIn. Step number 5, be social in real life. So someone had mentioned earlier, it's really hard to network right now in person with all the lockdowns, right? And especially here in the US, we are experiencing some very interesting lockdowns happening. Now a lot of places are relocking down. So it is going to be a little bit harder, but that doesn't mean that you still can't reach out and socialize with people when you're out at the grocery store. And not that you're going to be in line, because where I live, we have to wear masks everywhere we go. So it is harder, because you're not going to strike up a conversation with the person in front of you when you're wearing a mask. It just makes it so much harder to communicate. And I'm sure you guys know exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to this. But if you can still kind of stay active in terms of your community, maybe you have a church group that is in your area, that you can start reaching out to those people and saying, hey, how are you? You ask them, how are they doing? What did they need help with? And a lot of times people return that favor. Like, they sense that you are helping them and they want to help you right back. So again, we want to make sure that we are staying active and helping other people with their networking needs as well. What I like to call this is a connector. Become a connector. So if you can start connecting with people with other opportunities, a lot of times that comes right back around. I'm a big believer in that. And then number 6, don't be afraid to ask for help. I have a template to share with you in just a second here, but I totally understand how hard it is to ask other people to help you. I totally get that, because you're in a very vulnerable situation, especially if you're a job seeker and you're not getting results that you wanted from your resume, like you're just not getting in the door for interviews. Maybe you're getting rejection letters, or maybe you're just in an industry and you're like, I have to get out of this job. And if you're not getting the results, you're in a very vulnerable situation. And it's hard to reach out and say, hey, by the way, I'm looking for a new opportunity. Can you help me? So I want you to be, if you can get your elevator pitch ready, your elevator statement in working shape, rehearse it to yourself a couple of times, actually more than a couple of times. Make sure that you're really able to talk about who you are, who you help, what are you passionate about, why are you unique, what's your goals and aspirations, and then following up with a question for them. If you can really get that down, chances are new opportunities are going to start coming your way that you would never have thought of otherwise. Let me share with you guys a template that you can use. So make sure you screenshot this. This template is perfect for anyone that you have either connected with. Like, this could go for a friend, a colleague, someone you know. This could also be for someone you don't know, okay? I love this template. So you're gonna say, and this is if you've connected on LinkedIn, keep in mind, you don't just have to use this for LinkedIn. You can actually take bits and pieces of this. You can switch it up so it applies to your situation. And the other thing you can do, text this out to people you might know, email this to people you might know, however it is, Facebook message them, DM them on Instagram, whatever resource or social tool that you use, you can use this template. So it's going to start with, thank you so much for connecting with me on LinkedIn. If you are not connecting with them on LinkedIn, you're not going to mention that. You could say something else, like whatever first sentence you wanted to say here. If you happen to hear of any XYZ opportunity, so again, this is going to be specific to you, could you please keep me in mind? So notice how not pushy or forward this is. It's telling them exactly, like, if this happens to come up, could you please keep me in mind? Then we go on to say, and this is, of course, if you were recently affected by a COVID-related layoff. I was recently affected by a COVID-related layoff. My resume is attached for your reference. So again, notice that we are offering them our resume, and you don't have to. If you don't want to give your resume right up front, you can ask them a question like, would you like to, or if you find something, please let me know and I can send my resume over. Thanks again. And this is my favorite part of this template. Please let me know if I can help you in any way. Please let me know if I can help you in any way. That is by far my favorite part of this template, because it shows them that, hey, I'm not in this just for me. Like, I also want to help you get to where you want to go. It's kind of like that saying, if you help me, I'll help you kind of a thing. If you can come into it together and you can show them, like, if you need anything that I might have the skill or the talent to help you with, then definitely I want to make sure that I help you with that. Let me know in the comments down below what your favorite LinkedIn networking tip was. Let's continue the conversation down there. And don't forget to save your seat in my free LinkedIn mini course, where you'll learn how to build a powerful profile that stands out and gets noticed. I'll place a special link for you down below. And for even more LinkedIn training, make sure you click or tap the video right here. And if you like this video, be sure to hit the thumbs up button down below. Remember to subscribe to this channel for more videos just like this, and I'll see you in the next video.